The excitement around the Ravens this offseason is palpable, and it all starts with the moves Jesse Minter has been making to assemble his coaching staff. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, Baltimore has had to start almost from scratch in putting together a team of coordinators and position coaches, and the energy surrounding these decisions is unlike anything the franchise has seen in years. What stands out immediately is Minter's approach, building relationships, not just with players, but with the entire coaching staff. The culture of stability that has defined the Ravens for so long, anchored by nearly 2 decades under a general manager with Hall of Fame credentials both on and off the field, now blends with a fresh wave of ambition. There's credibility in the foundation, but there's also room for new voices, and that balance is what makes this offseason so intriguing. Looking at the staff Minter has started to assemble, it's clear that there's a method to the madness. Every hire seems intentional, designed to enhance the play of the players on the field while also ensuring the team thrives under pressure. The excitement isn't just theoretical. There's a visible vision in how Minter has approached this process. Coaches like Declan Doyle, who have learned under legends such as Sean Payton and Ben Johnson, bring with them not only knowledge but also experience in systems that demand precision and adaptability. Meanwhile, overseers like Anthony Weaver add the stability of long-standing relationships within the organization, ensuring that new ideas are grounded in the Ravens' winning culture. When all these elements come together, the team isn't just planning to compete, it's preparing to excel under pressure. One of the marquee moves that has caught attention is the addition of Joe Lombardi as senior offensive assistant. Lombardi brings years of experience as an offensive coordinator in Denver, Los Angeles, and Detroit, and his work with quarterbacks and offensive schemes is well respected across the league. While he won't be calling plays himself in Baltimore, his presence provides an invaluable resource for bouncing ideas around, refining strategies, and mentoring younger coaches like Doyle. What's especially interesting is the connection between Lombardi and Doyle. They've overlapped in New Orleans and Denver, creating a familiarity and trust that will allow them to collaborate effectively from day one. It's this combination of experience, relationships, and mutual respect that gives Minter's staff the potential to develop a truly dynamic offense. Lombardi's past offenses have been noted for both their strengths and limitations, sometimes predictable and not always explosive, yet there's a reason his expertise remains sought after. The NFL is filled with coaches who excel at execution and consistency, and Lombardi's ability to help refine game plans and improve player performance cannot be underestimated. When paired with a younger coach like Doyle, who has the freedom to implement his own vision, Lombardi's experience becomes a guiding hand rather than a constraint. The dynamic is flipped compared to past positions they've held, where Doyle was previously the assistant and Lombardi the coordinator. Now Doyle leads the play calling, but benefits from Lombardi's perspective. This setup allows for a balance of innovation and stability, a combination Baltimore has long sought in its coaching staff. Adding to the intrigue is the reported hiring of Eddie Faulkner, formerly of the Steelers. Faulkner spent 7 years with Pittsburgh as a running backs coach and even served as interim offensive coordinator, earning a reputation as one of the most respected assistants in the league. His work with players like Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, and Kenneth Gainwell demonstrates his ability to mold versatile, productive running backs who can thrive in both rushing and receiving roles. For Baltimore, this addition opens the door to expanding the receiving role of running backs, creating new dimensions in the offense. Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, and other backs now have a coach with a proven track record of putting players in positions to succeed out of the backfield, which could transform the Ravens' offensive versatility in ways we haven't seen before. Faulkner's impact goes beyond just individual performance. He brings energy, credibility, and a demonstrated ability to earn players' respect, qualities that are invaluable in a team environment. With his experience working in high-pressure situations and coaching talent at multiple levels, Faulkner complements Minter's vision of a staff that blends experience with youth, strategy with adaptability. Pairing him with Declan Doyle ensures that running backs and skill players are integrated seamlessly into the overall offensive strategy, creating cohesion and allowing the offense to be unpredictable yet disciplined. These moves signal that Baltimore isn't simply hiring names. They're constructing a staff that can elevate the entire team. The overall theme of these hires is experience paired with fresh perspective. Many of the assistants brought in have learned under some of the game's best minds, from Jim Harbaugh to Sean Payton, and have applied that knowledge in a variety of contexts. This collective wisdom is now being channeled into a staff that has both credibility and a willingness to innovate. Lombardi and Faulkner, in particular, are emblematic of this approach. One brings decades of quarterback and offensive experience. The other brings specialized skill development and energy that translates directly to players. Together, they create a foundation where younger coaches can flourish, and the team can benefit from both tried-and-true strategies and new ideas designed for today's NFL. Baltimore's front office and coaching leadership have been deliberate, ensuring every hire aligns with the broader vision of building a team capable of sustained success. The balance between continuity and change is evident. Longtime Ravens principles remain in place, but there's a clear embrace of modern football philosophy and collaborative coaching. This strategy is about more than just improving XS and OS. It's about creating an environment where players feel supported, coaches feel empowered, and the organization as a whole can compete at a high level week in and week out. The meticulous attention to how each coach fits into the bigger picture reflects a level of planning and foresight that is often overlooked but critical to long-term success. Even beyond XS and OS, these hires represent a cultural shift for the Ravens. Bringing in coaches who have experience across different systems and teams introduces new perspectives that challenge conventional thinking while maintaining alignment with the franchise's core values. The integration of these diverse experiences fosters creativity, problem-solving, and adaptability. For players, it means more opportunities to learn, grow, and develop their skills in innovative ways. For the organization, it means a coaching staff equipped not just to survive in high-pressure moments, but to thrive, adapting on the fly, without losing sight of the principles that have made Baltimore a consistent contender for nearly 2 decades. The combination of Minter's vision, Doyle's youthful innovation, Lombardi's seasoned perspective, and Faulkner's specialized expertise points to an exciting chapter. For the Ravens, the pieces are coming together to form a staff that not only commands respect across the league, but also signals to players that they are part of something dynamic and forward-thinking. From developing offensive schemes to maximizing player talent, the Ravens are building a structure designed for success at every level. This is the type of off-season activity that energizes a fan base, instills confidence in the locker room, and lays the groundwork for a team ready to compete at the highest levels. In a league where coaching staffs are often in flux, Baltimore is demonstrating that thoughtful construction and deliberate hires can pay dividends not just immediately, but for years to come. Each addition is carefully considered, ensuring alignment with organizational philosophy, while also injecting new ideas and energy that prevent stagnation. It's a model of balance, blending tradition with innovation, experience with youth, and strategy with adaptability. The result is a staff that can support players' development, drive offensive and defensive excellence, and prepare the team to excel in high-stakes situations. As we watch these coaches begin their work in Baltimore, the anticipation is tangible, and the possibilities for the season ahead feel limitless. As the Ravens continue to finalize their coaching staff, the ripple effects of these strategic hires are becoming more evident. Players in the locker room are already responding positively to the additions, and it's clear that the culture Jesse Minter is cultivating is one of accountability, growth, and high-level collaboration. The synergy between the new staff members is something fans should pay close attention to, because when you have coaches who share experience, values, and vision, it translates directly to performance on the field. Minter's approach goes beyond simply hiring names. It's about creating a cohesive team of minds that can collectively elevate player execution and decision-making in real time. One of the most exciting aspects of this new staff is the way positional coaches are being integrated into the broader organizational strategy. Eddie Faulkner's move from the Steelers is particularly compelling because of his proven ability to develop versatile running backs who can contribute both on the ground and in the passing game. Baltimore has long had a powerful rushing attack, but adding a coach with Faulkner's expertise introduces new possibilities for innovation. Derrick Henry, who is entering a stage in his career where maximizing efficiency is key, could see a notable evolution in how he's utilized. Justice Hill, already a reliable option out of the backfield, now has an opportunity to expand his role in ways that could make him an even more dynamic threat. This isn't just about improving individual performance. It's about creating offensive schemes that keep defenses guessing and allow the Ravens to dictate tempo. The relationship between Faulkner and Declan Doyle also bears watching. Doyle's offensive philosophy emphasizes adaptability, speed, and smart decision-making, and having a coach like Faulkner to bridge the gap between skill player execution and overall scheme is invaluable. The trust and familiarity they bring from prior experiences in the league will accelerate the learning curve for the entire offense. Baltimore's ability to pair innovative thinking with seasoned insight positions the team to not only execute well, but also adjust effectively during games, something that can make all the difference in tight matchups and high-pressure situations. Meanwhile, Joe Lombardi's presence as senior offensive assistant continues to strengthen the staff in subtle but critical ways. While he isn't calling plays himself, his knowledge of quarterback development and offensive game planning provides a vital resource for both Minter and Doyle. His past work in Denver and Los Angeles gives him a wealth of experience in adapting systems to fit personnel, and his collaborative dynamic with Doyle ensures that the Ravens' offense will be grounded in both creativity and discipline. For players, having a coach like Lombardi available to refine technique, dissect film, and provide alternative approaches adds a layer of preparation that can often be the difference between winning and losing in the NFL. Beyond individual hires, the overall architecture of this coaching staff is designed to foster growth at every level. Minter has created a staff where experience meets youthful energy, allowing ideas to flow freely while still maintaining accountability. The balance of veterans and rising coaches ensures that every aspect of preparation, from week-to-week game planning to in-game adjustments, is guided by both wisdom and innovation. The Ravens are signaling that they are not just looking for incremental improvement. They are aiming to build a staff capable of sustained excellence, one that can adapt to challenges, develop talent, and compete at the highest level year after year. The strategic vision is also evident in the way the staff communicates with players. One of Minter's core principles is building relationships that go beyond XS and OS. Coaches are expected to connect personally with players, understanding their strengths, weaknesses, and individual motivations. This approach creates an environment where players are more engaged, accountable, and willing to embrace complex systems. When you combine that culture with the experience of coaches like Lombardi and Faulkner, the Ravens gain not just technical knowledge, but also the emotional intelligence necessary to foster a high-performing, resilient team. Another layer of this coaching evolution is the emphasis on adaptability. The NFL is constantly shifting, and schemes that worked a few seasons ago can quickly become obsolete. By assembling a staff with diverse backgrounds, coaches who have worked in multiple systems, under various head coaches, and with different types of talent, the Ravens are effectively future-proofing themselves. They have the ability to innovate within the game, react to opposing strategies, and develop personnel in ways that keep the offense and defense unpredictable. This adaptability is particularly important in a division like the AFC North, where physical play and strategic nuance often determine outcomes. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Did the impossible just happen? A quiet sighting at Baltimore/Washington International Airport was all it took to send shockwaves through the football world. Bill Belichick, the most guarded and enigmatic coach of his generation, was reportedly seen moving through the terminal, hood up, expression unreadable. Within minutes, photos and whispered accounts flooded social media, and a single question ignited a digital frenzy. Is Belichick about to land with the Ravens? Nothing has been confirmed, and that silence only fuels the intrigue. Belichick has never been a man of coincidence, and Baltimore is not a city that invites casual speculation. The Ravens represent everything he has historically respected: organizational discipline, defensive identity, and a front office known for patience rather than panic. To some around the league, the idea sounds outrageous. To others, it sounds almost inevitable. Sources close to league circles suggest that conversations, if they exist, would be exploratory rather than transactional. Still, the symbolism is impossible to ignore. Belichick in Ravens purple would rewrite rivalries, philosophies, and perhaps even legacies. The notion of him collaborating with a franchise that has long mirrored his own football values feels like a twist pulled straight from a late-career mythology arc. Fans in Baltimore are torn between disbelief and excitement. The thought of the mastermind behind multiple championships bringing his ruthless precision to an already respected program is intoxicating. At the same time, skeptics wonder whether this is simply an airport coincidence blown out of proportion by a hungry news cycle. For now, all that exists is a sighting, a rumor, and an internet that refuses to calm down. Belichick, as always, remains silent. And in that silence, the speculation grows louder by the hour. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.